Hey guys, we are on day 2 of your Rocket to Diamond training. And today we're going to talk about the 3 vital behaviors. So by now you should know the 3 vital behaviors, right? We've talked about it in our Rocket to Emerald training. And I know you're probably sick of hearing about them all the time, but honestly, they're vital for a reason. And one vital behavior that's often overlooked and seems to be negotiable is personal development. So today we're going to talk about the principles of self-improvement and why personal development is a vital behavior and why it's so important that you don't negotiate this behavior. So making the change from an occasional learner to becoming someone who is dedicated to personal growth tends to go against the grain of the way most people live. Like most people who graduate high school and college, if you were to ask them how many books they've read since high school and college, maybe 1 to 2. Like it's really minimal because people feel like that was just a portion of their lives and they're on to the next phase. They don't need to continue growing, which is so wrong. If you want to be successful, you have to keep growing. You have to keep growing. So how do you get in the habit of becoming dedicated to personal growth? It's not something that comes easy. So today I'm going to give you 8 principles to help you develop. Number 1, choose a life of growth. The only way to improve the quality of your life, is to improve yourself. If you want to grow your team, you have to grow as a leader. The only thing you have the ability to improve is yourself. When you do, everything around you suddenly gets better. You have to choose to grow. Only you can decide. Number 2, you have to start growing today. No matter where you may be starting from, do not be discouraged. Everyone who got where he is started where he was. Plain and simple. So remember, growth is not automatic. Rome was not built in a day. Growth today will provide a better tomorrow, and everything you do today will compound. Remember, you're investing in tomorrow. Growth is your responsibility. Recognize the importance that personal development plays in success and commit to developing your potential today. Number 3, focus on self-development, not self-fulfillment. This is huge. Self-development will make you feel good, but this is not the goal. It is the development of your potential so you can attain the purpose for which you were created. Doesn't that sound so much better? Like you are growing to reach your potential. Like how exciting is that? Number 4, never stay satisfied with current accomplishments. So never think that you have arrived when you've accomplished a goal. It takes away your desire to learn. You reached Emerald, which is amazing, right? You're an Emerald coach. That is a great step. But you do not want to rest there for very long. Successful people don't sit back and relax. They keep growing and learning. Stay hungry. Be hungry for success. Don't settle in the comfort zone and don't let success go to your head. Enjoy it briefly and then move on. So I always suggest if you reach a rank advancement, go out for dinner, celebrate with your husband or your spouse, or, well, that would be your spouse, or your significant other, your friends. Go out and celebrate, and then tomorrow wake up and be hungry for whatever is next. Number 5, be a continual learner. If you want to keep growing, you have to learn how to carve out time to do so. Learn something new every single day. If you're traveling in your car, put on some personal development. If you are sitting in the airport, take some articles with you or get out your phone and download a book from Amazon. Like there are so many things available right at your fingertips. You just have to take advantage of them. You must keep improving yourself. Number 6, develop a plan for growth. So Beachbody recommends a minimum of 10 minutes a day. But the most successful coaches in the business have admitted that they do at least 2 hours of personal development every single day. If we were to spend an hour a day on the same subject for 5 years, you would be an expert in that subject. Now, this doesn't mean you have to sit down for 2 hours and dedicate solely to personal development. You can do it while you're doing the dishes. You can, on your drives to work, like I mentioned, like you can incorporate it in your day-to-day life. And so it's not stopping what's going on in your life. You're just kind of tweaking how you're doing it. You want to identify 3 to 5 areas you wish to develop. So do you want to develop leadership? Are you nervous about talking to people? Different things like that. You need to figure out what you want to develop, and then you need to look for useful materials to incorporate to your plan. It doesn't matter how you go about it, you just need to do it daily. Number 7, pay the price. You have to pay the price. Yes, it will cost a little bit for you to get started on personal development. There are tons of free resources out there, but you also are going to have to invest. But growth is always worth the price that you pay, because the alternative is a limited life with unfulfilled potential, which does not sound very fun. So if you are struggling with a budget in personal development into there. Maybe you've decided that you're going to set aside an extra $20 a month to buy a book, okay? But please invest in yourself. This is investing in you. And the final one, number 8, find a way to apply what you learn. The bottom line into personal development is action. If your life doesn't change as a result of what you're learning, there are 3 things. 1, you aren't giving your growth plan enough time and attention. Number 2, you're focusing too much time on the wrong areas in your life, okay? So you need to go back and reevaluate and really figure out what you need to focus on. And number 3, you're not applying what you learn. You need to apply what you learn as soon as you learn it, or you're going to lose it. I have a book. When I read personal development books, I buy index cards and I scribble notes for each 2 pages, and I stick it in. And so it gets pretty big, and yeah, it kind of wrecks the book a little bit, but I'm writing it down. And I heard a webinar one time of a book writer who writes personal development books, and he says you have to write it down 3 times before your brain remembers it. And he does that, and then he pulls them out, and then he refiles them into different categories. So if he's struggling with leadership, he has all these index cards that are solely based on leadership. So find a way and a system that works for you so that you can apply what you've learned into your day-to-day life. Personal development is huge when it comes to growing not only yourself, but your business as well. It can seem overwhelming and scary, but it's vital for a reason. I can promise you that if you commit to a minimum of 10 minutes of personal development daily, you will see that it has an impact on your life. When I first started in this business, I would skip over personal development, or only do it at the end of the day if I had time. Or maybe I'd go on Pinterest, read a few quotes, and that was it. I never really committed. And you know what? My business wasn't very successful. I was the person who, if someone told me no, I literally shut down. I turned off my computer and I walked away and I went to watch garbage TV, mindless TV, because I was so hurt. I took it personal and I let it ruin my whole day. No's are going to come at you daily. You have to have personal development under your belt to help you cope with difficult times. When people tell you no, when it seems like you've knocked on every door and no one wants your help. Being a leader, you have to take personal development seriously. There will be times when you plateau. Do not let yourself stay on that plateau. Commit yourself to climbing that mountain of personal potential, and you will never regret it. So for today's assignment, I want you to commit to how many minutes a day you are going to spend on personal development. I want you to sit down and really figure out your schedule. And maybe, instead of playing Candy Crush for 30 minutes, maybe you can take time to read your book. Okay? So I want you to set a goal, a daily goal, and I want you to send that to your upline, and so that you can stay committed, so that they can check in on you and say, hey, how's your personal development going? All right, we'll see you tomorrow for day